What's going on, everyone? Designedcoma here. Welcome back. And the gameplay you're watching is me playing some Black Ops 3. So, what's up for today's video? Well, I've got something really interesting I want to talk about that happened during the week, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the weekend. So, first of all, I was here working from home, and on Tuesday, this was on Tuesday, I was working from home, and the reason for working from home that day was because I needed to take my kids up to the high school for registration, to finish the registration process. Part of the process is online now. We log into this account and we take care of the odds and ends like emergency contact information, all that kind of stuff, which is nice because you don't necessarily have to fill out those stupid big giant yellow cards. The other part is we still have to go up to the school, deal with getting the photo for the ID card and things like that, and pick up the paper schedule, which, to be honest with you, to me it just seems like if everything's good, they've got no book returns or anything like that, or book fines they gotta pay, I don't see any reason why they just don't mail the schedule to you. But that's aside from the point. So my daughter's was from 8 to I think 11 o'clock. So we get in 8 o'clock, boom, we're done in a half hour. My son, it took over an hour for my son. He's a senior this year. This is my daughter's first year in high school, so she says she's not excited, but I know she really is deep down inside. My son, though, his took over an hour. So while we're standing in line just to get in there, I happen to take notice to this tall, like really skinny kid, and I look at him, and I'm telling you people, he looks exactly like Drift0r, like a young teenage Drift0r. No joke. I have a photo of him, but I'm not going to post it on this video or put it in the video because, to be honest with you, I really don't want this kid's life to be interrupted. Not that my channel is really huge or anything like that, but the thing is, we all know how viral things can get on the internet, and the last thing I want for this kid's life is to be interrupted with the fact that he looks just like a famous YouTuber. I am going to try and reach out to Drift0r. I'm going to point him to this video, let him know that I talked about it, and see if there's some way I can get the picture to him privately, just so he can take a look at it and he can comment about the photo himself if he wants to. But I'm telling you, he looks just like a young teenage Drift0r. The hair, his hair looks just like Drift0r's before. I think he lost a bet or something, and he ended up shaving his head. You know, his hair doesn't look exactly like it used to in some of his older videos, but this kid's hair looks just like it. It's so weird, and his face, it's pretty amazing. It's really incredible. I wasn't gonna, go to the kid and say, "Hey man, you look just like Drift0r," but I'm telling you, he looks just like him. So that was just crazy. I know I've heard in the past where some of us, or some people, do have a double or a twin somewhere in the world, and I'm hoping if there's one of me, I really hope I hope it's a good person. I really do. I don't want to go to prison for anything this person does, but he looks just like him. I'm not kidding. I wish I could show the picture. I really thought about doing it, but at the same time I realized, it might not be such a good idea. I don't want to mess this kid's life up. I don't want his life to be interrupted. He's in high school. He's a senior, and he probably just wants to get done with high school and move on with his life. At the same time, I'm not going to interrupt it with a bunch of craziness. So there's that. Now, the other thing that happened over the weekend, this happened over the weekend, Friday. I mentioned that in my previous video, I mentioned that we did a staycation this year instead of going camping. What we did on Friday is we went up to the lake, got things all packed up. We had sub sandwiches all set to go. We had a taco salad, some fruit, chips, bottled water, all kinds of stuff. We had a little bit of soda with us, or here in Michigan we call it pop. I do have a little bit of a southern roots in me where I do call it soda sometimes. Here in Michigan we do call it pop. Regardless of that, we get there, and this beach isn't really that far. It's maybe half hour, 45 minutes from our house. We get on the road, we're headed there. It's a good hot day. It's really good swimming weather. We get there and we're all starving. By the time we get there, we go to pull in, and apparently the state park sticker that we have on our vehicle is no longer valid. It has to match the color of the registration sticker on my license plate. We technically had to buy a new sticker. The guy was like, "You know what, I'll let you guys go this time. You're only going to be here for a few hours," which is exactly that. We were only there for a few hours. So it was really cool. The guy let us in. We didn't have to give him, I think it's like $25 or something for this sticker. We'll just let it slide this time. Just remember that any other time, you're going to need to get that sticker. Okay, no problem. Cool, you're awesome. Thanks a lot, man. So we pull in, we find the place, we park, get the cooler out, we head to the picnic table, we find a good spot, it's in the shade, and we open the cooler up. We're all ready to eat, and guess what? My wife goes, "Hey, where's the bag with the buns and the plates and stuff in it? I'm like, are you kidding me? Did we seriously leave that at home? It wasn't my fault. I was in charge of the cooler. I took care of that. Somebody else was in charge of the bag that had all the beach stuff in it, which I think was my daughter. And I don't really think anybody was necessarily designated for the bag that had the forks, the knives, the sub buns in it, and the plates and stuff like that for us to have our sandwiches. So we ended up eating just loose meat and cheese and some chips and some fruit. So it was really hilarious. It was funny. Just the crazy things and the events that happened that day up until the point we got there was just really funny. We all had a good laugh. We just sat there, ate our lunch meat and cheese, and we went on with our day and we had a really good time. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to give it a like, favorite, subscribe, and Drift0r if you did watch this video. Cool, thanks man. I will catch you in the next one.